Hello and welcome to the round 19 review for Supercoach 2022. It's George from Fantasy Take TV. And yeah, we scored 2,360 and we went up in ranks an entire 8 spots to 1,835. So we take that. Green arrow is good, but not quite enough, not what we want. So I think we're going to make some trades. I think last week in the video I traded Crips, ended up holding. Just Monday night or Sunday night trades are always pretty aggressive, and we're going to do some aggressive ones again this week, but I think we'll probably stick with them this week, so long as Walsh and Hewitt pull up okay for next week. Bit concerned about both of them, but we'll see how they go. But yeah, did hold George Hewitt, fielded Jacob Ware, was playing quite well up until didn't have the best second half, but first half he was really good. And yeah, I think a few people would have traded Hewitt, so maybe that bumped them up a bit, so hopefully next week that's a good sign for us. But every week it's the same week. It's Sinclair went really well. Mera was on for like a 170 score if he did anything in the fourth quarter. I don't know what happened there, but yeah, 9 clangers and didn't do much in the fourth quarter. Usually he's quite good in fourth quarters and whatnot, and doesn't make that many clangers, so it could have easily been a bigger score. But yeah, he's killing us at the moment. He plays North this week, which is not good for us. So we'll see how we go. But yeah, 4 rounds to go. Is it okay to go to 0 trades? I haven't used a trade for, I reckon, 5-6 weeks now. Have I? No, I can't remember. It feels like I haven't traded for a long time now, but since the last, I think the week after the bye, I think was the last time I used a trade. So, is it okay to go to 0 now? It's really pushing your luck. I think I'd like to wait one more week, but we got to make moves. We were ranked 2,000 after the bye. We've made up 200 spots. We're not going to, unless other people capitulate, maybe we save trades and let other people run out and whatnot, hope for carnage. Not too sure, but even with 2, it's still pretty low. So we'll figure something out. But I'm looking at, I think I really wanted to do Crips to Steele, but it might be short to someone else. But we'll get to that in a sec. So defense was pretty poor this week. Sicily 97, that's fine. Dawson tagged for 93, that's totally fine. Played a lot forward, but yeah, contested mark, kicked a goal. He's just a star, so hopefully a bit of relief this week. I think when he played Carlton last time, he scored, I reckon, a 140, so yeah, hopefully back to normal with Dawson, down back or on the wing. Preferably on the wing, but either way, he seems to score. And Doherty 73, just a lot of score, a lot of junk time possession, so not great. Sinclair's put more points on him, so yeah, Doc over Sinclair has not worked, but at the time, I think Sinclair was 600k and Doc was about 520, 530, so just suited that at the time, but would have been nice to have more money. Short, I think, is probably the weak link in this team. I still think Cripps is a weak link, as is Oscar McInerney. But at least Cripps still has the role. The CBA is very high, and he was tagged heavily last week, so maybe that's a good thing. It has a nice matchup this week against the Crows. And yeah, Big O's, we'll get to Big O, but yeah, he's a not a strong point, put it that way. So yeah, short 76, playing half forward basically. I think the CBAs are dropping, I'm not sure, but yeah, this pick's fallen off very heavily. 5-run average 87, it's not as bad as I thought actually, but still that's not what we want. Crisp 81, I'm not sure what's happened to him. When Maynard went down, he went a bit in defense, and I think he played better there, had a few nice run and carry moments, so hopefully he stays there, but yeah, hopefully Maynard's alright. And Ware 65, that's about all you can, it's kind of what you expect, a 60 odd from your rookie. That's 300k, so that's fine, we take that. Hopefully Hewitt comes back. Yeah, midfield was pretty good. Oliver disappointing last 3 quarters, but that's totally fine. He's been unreal this year. Laird, I think, is our go-to captain from now on. Just so safe every week. What's his 5-round? 141. So he's been a great get for 620, 630. So I got him a few weeks before the bye. So yeah, he's been huge for us. And yeah, we've got out of jail with a few captain options because our captains have been relatively poor, but when we've used Laird, it's been quite good. So it's good. Took as well, he's on a bit of a heater at the moment. I reckon he's bigger than Laird. Oh no, 10 points less. 131, 5-run average, still amazing. And Neil's still solid, still a good captain option. McRae's just dropped off a bit. slow start. That's whatever. Be interesting to see if people want to pick him next year. He's going to be priced not too bad. If Dunkley's traded, I think I'll pick him. Otherwise, I'm not too sure. 5-round average 110. Not great. Yeah, this isn't great post-buy. Not sure. Not sure. I think definitely want him in the team at some point, but yeah, won't be like 700 like this year at least. And then Petrarca, just disappointing game. They lost. I think Petrarca needs to lift the next few games, so hopefully he can do that. Walsh 111, unbelievable to spend. I think his time on ground was 70 odd. So yeah, went off with an ankle injury. Then they just rested him at the end of the game for, I don't know, last 7-8 minutes. So fantastic from Walsh. And Cripps, good. He played well today. Still misses a few goals here and there. Misses a few targets as well by hand through the middle. But otherwise, he's still pretty good. Still contested balls, still pretty good. But yeah, in terms of his scoring, it hasn't been super great. Disposal hasn't been great post-buy either. So yeah, 5-round average 97. Still not good enough. But I guess the role is there, and just gotta hope he does well. So good matchup this week, but I think better signs from him. C-Mac back-to-back 70s, that's great. And yeah, Witt's 86. I traded him in fantasy and he scored 120, so very frustrating. And then in fantasy, but yeah, didn't get the hit-outs advantage on Big O. But yeah, he slaughtered Big O in the hit-outs. And yeah, 79 from Oscar, not great, and probably a bit lucky. Kicked a nice goal, got 20 points for it in last quarter, so it was probably on for a 60 score. And then the forward line, so Marcus, King Marcus, as we call him in Discord now. He's always been the king, but yeah, he's heading for 700, 40 break even, probably get there. 5-round average 137, so he's gone nuts. So yeah, he's been awesome. Yeah, 650k now. Cogs was solid, kicked a few goals. I think the CBA's dropped last week, so hopefully they stay up. Parker's solid, like just tons every week for Parker. 95 5-round average, that's not too bad, that's okay. English is back, so that's good. Definitely needed something from him after a poor few weeks. Brody 95, solid. Fife is out, so I think that means he gets a slight bump in CBAs. So Fife, I think, is affecting him, but not enough to warrant, or in my opinion, for trade or anything. Still, there's other good options like a Bailey Smith. Dylan Moore's been really good, but yeah, very happy with Brody. And Dunks has been quite poor. His fantasy score this week was good. I want to say it was about 110, but his Supercoach has been horrendous. 3-round average 69, 5-round average 84. So we can actually loop him with Cully next week. Where does Hobbs play? Hobbs plays last. Can't really loop Hobbs in. Yeah, I think we'll loop Cully. So we'll set up like that. Yeah, but we'll put Dunkley on the bench. So something like this. And hopefully, assuming Judson does not play. So basically that's the team. So we haven't made much ground since the buy. So it means the team it's a 2K ranked team. That's where it is. That's how we've ended up. So would have been nice if we grabbed Mera over Walsh, use that money elsewhere. Didn't blow our first 6 trades for no reason. That would have been nice. Trading in Aaron Hall for 70 and an injury wasn't great. But yeah, it just goes to show how like having trades, it's not just for injury trades. It's, grabbing opportunities that come up later in the year. For example, Steele was injured, came back. I had, so-called finished my team before Steele came back, so I couldn't grab Steele, so it would have been nice to grab him. Even up 4, like Dylan Moore's like 3 110 pluses in a row or something, playing a 60% midfield role, and they're going to keep him there. So yeah, the DNA with Moore is there looking at his draft profile, so he looks like he's going to continue that, although he has played, I think, North, Adelaide and West Coast, but Saints this week, not too difficult midfield matchup. And even stuff like, I remember a few years ago, Toby McLean, I reckon, he was averaging 105, 110 nearly in the first half of the year for the Dogs when he was a full-time mid. And then I think he got injured or something, and they moved him out of the midfield, and they might have moved Dunkley in the midfield that year, and I think he averaged in the 80s in the second half of the year, and his CBA's dropped back then. So stuff like that, moving off those sort of players. And for this year, it's Jaden Short, and maybe Crisp as well. I don't know, Crisp is just out of form, and his clangers are just Yeah, there's too many of them, basically. They were bad in the first half of the year, they're even worse now, put it that way. So, yeah, I don't know if it's confidence, or I'm not sure what's happened, or I don't know if you saw, I don't know, but I don't know his drop-off. But Shaw is genuinely playing a half-forward role, mid-half forward, and I think the CBAs have dropped the last few weeks as well. So his role was so bad that he's number one that has to go, but it's a shame because he was doing so well at half-back. So what can we do here? Actually, we'll do captains first. Who are we going to captain? I haven't really looked into it, but I think I think Clary has to be VC on Friday, probably. And then probably into a Took or Laird. Took versus West Coast at Metricon. Steele and Brad Crouch both went 150 on them, I think. Honestly, I think we go Took captain this week. It's hard to take it off Laird. I guess Carlton are a difficult midfield matchup, so maybe just give Laird a rest for a week. But yeah, maybe we go Took this week. We need to get points, so yeah, he's been in good form. Not sure. It'll be Oliver, Laird, or Took, one of those three. And Neil playing Richmond, that's a nice matchup. I like Neil a bit more for VC because he gets tagged so much. But yeah, actually really like that matchup too. Maybe we do Took into Neil. I don't know. Actually, yeah, Neil won't receive a tag, so it should be fine as a captain option for that game. But yeah, so our trades for this week. What can we do? So forward line is fine. Dunkley's dropped off a bit. I'm not sure why. I think Disposal was bad. He looked fine on the weekend though. So it's McInerney's a weak link, Cripps is a weak link, Short and Crisp. So at a Short and Crisp, you hold Crisp, I think, because the roll was there. You kind of hope for the turnaround. Yeah, 81 5-round average. I think it's Short to... It has to be Tom Stewart. Three of his last four at GMHBA, I think. And then do we trade Connor McDonald or Hobbs? Oh man, C-Mac's been so good. Hobbs, 5-round average of 60, 62 for C-Mac. I think we'll go with C-Mac for now. Not sure. I guess Connor McDonald, C-Mac's had a very easy fixture the last three, and I think Bombers, they got North this week, so maybe we'll just do that. We have Cully as cover, we have Hobbs as cover. So do we either go Elijah Hollands for just extra cover? Do we go a Burgoyne for extra defensive cover? Or do we go for a loophole, which might help us loop points? Maybe loop Dunkley in the future, like a North forward mid or something. So I honestly don't know, but I reckon we'll just go Hollands for now. But yeah, he was quite good on debut. I think I don't know if it was fitness, but... they highlighted it on the broadcast. Some of his chase downs, he could have maybe chased it a little bit harder. Nothing too big, but he looked really good. Could have kicked another goal as well. So go Hollands. Finally, we got him. Fortunately, we got him when we don't really need him anymore. So I think that defense looks much better now without Short and Tom Stewart there. It just needs Sinclair over Crisp, and then in the midfield probably Petrarca and Cripps to Steele and Merritt. And then probably Max Gorn here. And then the forward line, I think it's just about perfect. Maybe more over Dunkley based on form. Oh, and Libba over someone as well, something like that. But yeah, maybe 4 or 5 picks off the perfect team. But it does make a big difference. So hopefully Stewart can be a nice pod for us. I know this week the Bulldogs are a nice matchup. I think Angus Brayshaw scored around a 130 in fantasy anyway. I'm not sure about Supercoach. Against the Dogs. The Dogs do get a lot of inside 50s. They win a lot of clearances, contested balls. So that's more points down back for intercept defenders. And yeah, I know Ridley, I think Ridley always scores 130 on the Dogs. So I think Tom Stewart will be a very good pod the next few weeks. And this 5-round average is including an injury game. So yeah, where he scored 39, got concussed. So fingers crossed there's no issues with Tom Stewart. I know he's had concussion and suspension and been sick and stuff, but only 4 games left. After a nice rest, he's primed for finals, so hopefully he's all good. But yeah, this time of the year last year, he did his foot, so I don't know if you want to call him not durable, but he does miss games a fair bit here and there, which is a bit annoying. But yeah, just need him to hang on for 4 games. So that's the team. Got 80k in the bank. Let me know what you're doing this week, or how you went and all that, or what trades I could do. I'm not sure. Like maybe even Oscar to like Gorn is better. Who's Gorn play? Darcy. I think Darcy beat him last time. Then he's probably got Grundy, and then probably Pitney, who's actually not too bad. And then Big O. His fixture sucks, so maybe we'll just stick with this. So yeah, hopefully. Well, here's the thing with rookie cover, or if I get an injury, say in the midfield, I'm probably fielding a rookie, so probably lose 50 points a week on there. Whereas I think Stewart could actually put 30, 40. I reckon 40 points a week on top of Short every week. Short goes to 85. Stewart can do 125 for the rest of the year. So hopefully that helps us a lot. So see how we go. But yeah, still would rather hold for another week, I think, just in case. And we might not be able, not be even able to do this with Sam Walsh and Hewitt, depending on how they go. So anyway, that's all from me. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys soon.